Not seeing the board the best, I guess. Can't get a run going. Vino, good to have you back on the show. Hopefully your weekend was better than mine.
I'm not so sure. um, I had like the very first bad day I've had in a while on Saturday, and it's we were just talking off air a little bit. Sometimes things that you do right still go wrong. Had a couple of those on Saturday in a day that was a total disaster. Bounced back yesterday with a 2-2, mediocre, but better than the day before. I think we had the Lakers team total over. They got there pretty easily. Good offensive day for the Lakers, along with the Celtics were the two winners. But the bad was the Pistons first half. They really didn't start to play until the second half, which surprised me a little bit. Down 2-1 at home. I thought they'd come out quicker. They were more nervous at the beginning than at the end, so I misjudged when they would play well. And last night, I just thoroughly, again, misjudged the capacity of Glenn Rivers to coach a team. Give him some credit. He did lose Damian Lillard in the first quarter. That didn't help my first half total play of over 56 with the Bucks, but they didn't come close, and they got to 50. Just not a great weekend. Skee 2-6 is not the way. The run overall is still good, 48-24. The last month we'll take it, but we look to get the wheels back on the track tonight.
Um, yeah, this one was not. It was not good either. McCoy says, "I'll never bet a team I hate again." Shaking my head, Lakers. Man, tough. Ah, I don't even want to talk about it, but I guess, I mean, they're very disappointing. They pretty much, I feel like, had the game won, but they think it's 2K. Think you could just play people 24 minutes in the second half with no subs, and they just don't lose energy. I guess that's what JJ Redick thought. So tough to lose that. Definitely not good for the series bet. Lakers need a center very bad. Um, Vino, any thoughts on the draft?
Upcoming
No, the
or the NFL? The
yeah,
NFL
NFL
draft.
draft. Anything
Yeah,
you
I
like?
thought.
Anything you didn't like?
Well, I thought New England did really, really good. For those who haven't taken a look at the Patriots draft yet, it was a real good one. Thought the Giants kind of did the right. I thought Seattle did really well. Skee off the top of my head, those three teams come to mind. It was a draft just for, again, for those who might not follow it as intensely as say I do. We spend a lot of college football Saturdays till 2 in the morning here on the East Coast watching games. It was a draft where maybe they didn't have a whole abundance of real blue chip players, but it was a draft filled with 4 or 5 rounds of really good players. So a lot of teams did good for themselves. I will point out, Skee, that as a Bronco fan my whole life, I would have rather had the Chargers draft than the Broncos
Mm.
draft. So I think Jim Harbaugh did a decent job there. But we'll see. It's all got to be proven on the field. I know the big topic of the weekend was Shador. No need to get into that any further. Everything that has to be said has been said about that topic.
Um, there was damn. Now I can't. I'm blanking out now. There was the Chargers draft. That's what you said. Um, the running back they got, Omarion Hampton. I like him.
Yes.
Think he'll be a good running back for the Chargers. He's a back who you can probably use 3 downs, and Harbaugh wants to be run heavy, so that's something that we need. I'm saying we as a Chargers fan, so definitely recognize that. Um, yeah, Shador stuff. People have a lot of strong opinions, very differing, but strong regardless. Um,
We're here to bet games, Skee. We really don't care
yeah,
about the rest of it. Give us a point spread. We're happy. The rest of it, let everybody hash that out.
I'll tell you this. I'm willing to bet on drafts. I'm willing to bet on drafts. I'll tell you that. One more thing before we get started here, Vino. I just want to do this because I think it's funny, and I tried to share it earlier. And they didn't see it or whatever the case is. So let me put this on here. Let's get a good laugh before we try to win some money. All right, share screen. Here we go. Should be this. All right. You saw this, Vino? Yeah, you must have saw it already. Here we go. Oh no, man, that did it. That did it for me. Oh, Booper said no volume. No volume. Are you serious? No volume.
Who's that?
Oh my god. Oh, how do I get this on here? I'll have to do it on a later show. How about that? I'll do it for the OG show. But you know that clip though, right, Rob?
Yeah, I knew it already, so I could just watch it and know what was being said. But yeah, we have to get the production crew out here to straighten out
Yeah,
the
I guess I'm not good at the production, I guess so. Let's get to the betting. Cavs and Heat opened up -9 for Cavs. Still looks like that pretty much across the board. Total open 210.5, looks like 211.5, 212 popping up. As far as who will be available, Darius Garland is game time. Rozier and Kevin Love are out. First thing that comes to my mind, Veno, is I mean, Tyler Hero saying we're not getting swept. And I looked it up. Spoelstra's only been swept one time. I mean, I do respect him as a coach, but you got to have the talent to go out there and win the game. Garland, questionable is a big deal. Heat are at the house. Do you think pride kicks in? You think, they can keep it respectable if not win? Or how do you view this game going?
I definitely think pride kicks in. Bam Adebayo is the team captain, and he so much has said so. He said he said anybody who knows me knows I'm going down swinging. So I think that's what Miami will do. Darius Garland wasn't involved Saturday, and the Cavs still got to 124. I think we talked about this on Friday, Skee. I just don't see a way, after watching what I've watched, where Miami's capable defensively of stopping Cleveland from scoring. And even if you shave like 12 points off of 124, it's still 112. It's a lot of points. And Miami, for what it's worth, I'm going to give you some numbers here real quick. In this particular series, the shooting has been great. In Miami only put up 87 on Saturday, and still the shooting's been great. In the series, 3 point shooting, Cleveland's hitting 43% of their threes. Miami 41. Combined 42%. That's really, really good. From the floor, just anywhere on the floor. Miami 47.8, Cleveland 50.8. Combined 50.3% from the field through 3 games. Total points scored 221, 233, 211. Cleveland's put up 121 twice, 124 the third time. Potential points scored in this series. Average game in this series gives you the opportunity of 440.3 points per. You don't need many more than that when you're scoring 50.3 of those. These teams are making shots. And I don't know how that ends. I think, again, we've said it before, Miami's reputation, longtime reputation, is that of a slow-paced defensive team. But Cleveland has kind of yielded to a slower pace here. And they're still scoring at will, even without Darius Garland on Saturday. The depth that they have now is crazy. The UVA Virginia championship tandem of DeAndre Hunter and Ty Jerome just brings so much off the bench. So I looked at it this way. The number's 211 total-wise. Saturday's game hit 211. In order to keep that game to 211, Miami had to have their worst shooting game of the series, only hit 42%, only went to the free throw line 10 times, got crushed on the boards by 17, and they had only been -9 the first 2 games put together. Garland didn't play. Donovan Mitchell had his worst game. All that added up, and it still got to 211. So I'm of the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bandwagon here that says if Cleveland gets to 110, can Miami get to 102 at home in a sense of urgency game? I think they probably can. They're averaging 100 a game in this series, despite only scoring 87 in game 3. I mean, that would drag your average down. So, I mean, to me, it seems too low, Skee. And I would say this. I bet it early because I was somewhat nervous that maybe – I think Cleveland might take the mindset, let's just rest Garland. We're up 3-0. We're on the road. If we need him, we'll give him an extra day's worth of rest. But if he plays, this total is going to go to, I don't know, from 211 to 213, 213.5 if Garland's in. So I'd rather get it now. I think they can get over 211. So that's the way I played it.
Yeah, I can't talk you off of that. Cavs definitely naming their number. And the only thing I'll say is it made me hesitate last night when I looked at it because the Heat shot 47% from three, only
Yeah.
scored 87 points. Like I was just thinking, what more are they gonna do?
Well, from two, they were brutal. From two, they were like 34%. I'm thinking, how do you miss that many twos? In Wiggins and Adebayo and company. Make some shots, guys. Make some shots.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. 47% from three, and you score 87 points.
Mm.
That's crazy to me. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it going. I'm not sure that I'm gonna play that game. Rockets and Warriors opened up. Warriors -4. Still see fours out there. Total went up a point from 202 to 203. Landale's game time. Tate is out. Jimmy Butler. I thought I saw something just pop up recent, like literally a second ago, saying he should play. Um, I don't see it anymore, but he's still listed game time decision. Um, Warriors. I mean, I gotta pull that up. The Warriors didn't even shoot good from three. Warriors didn't have Jimmy Butler, and they still got the job done. I mean, that's kind of like a red flag. Yeah, 31% from three for the Warriors, 39% for the Rockets. The Rockets, though, did miss a lot of free throws, shot 58% there compared to 80 for Golden State. Um, Rockets got to the free throw line, though. They just couldn't make them. So do you think they'll continue to be able to get there? Do you think they'll convert this time? Um, is it one of those situations where the team steps up and plays without the star player for a game and, kind of reverts back after? How are you viewing Rockets and Warriors?
Well, not knowing whether or not Casey has rejoined us in the house here, I'm going to give an argument for Houston +4. Because Skee, all the stuff that you mentioned, I think is kind of a one-off, and I think you said that in the end. Is it just a situation where they played real well and manned up for a game without Jimmy Butler? And I think that it kind of was, because when you go through the three games for Golden State, they have done nothing brilliant offensively, but they've been steady. They put up average numbers every single game, and it's been good enough to get them 2 wins because in 2 of the 3 games, Houston has been offensively brutal, right? The only game Houston shot well, 45.2 in game 2, the one where Jalen Green went off. That's the only game that they won. Otherwise, they've been under 40%. I know you hit on their bad free throw shooting in this game. That free throw shooting was just as bad in game 1. I think they've left 19 free throws on the table in those 2 games combined. The kicker for me was, and the thing that I think will change here is that we know they have the size advantage. Golden State wins points in the paint without Jimmy Butler on Sunday or Saturday, whenever that game was. How does that even happen? I mean, you're small to begin with. Jimmy Butler doesn't play. And Golden State, which had been outscored in the paint by 20 and 18 in the first 2 games, turns it around and wins by 6 in game 3. That's something that's not supposed to happen. It can happen on any given night. And I'm going to treat game 3 like any given night because that's got to be reverted. Houston inside the paint shot 39.6%. You can't make less than 4 out of 10 inside the paint if you're Houston when you have all that size advantage and you've got good rim penetrators. So, I'm going to say that Houston, which has been on this offensive seesaw, terrible, average, terrible. If they come back to average, I think they can stick within 4 points only because it took a heroic effort out of Steph. It took a points in the paint switch in that game. It took horrendous free throw shooting by Houston. It took a lot of things for Golden State, who didn't pull away. That 11-point win is misleading. They're not winning by 11. It wasn't a cruise control game. They're like up by 3 with 3 minutes left, and then they pull away. So if Butler plays, this number, if you're a Rockets bettor, you probably get a better number if you want to sit out. I think Jimmy Butler is going to play. I don't know how effective he'll be, but I think he's going to play. I think +4 is worth taking. If you want to wait and see if you can get a better number because Butler's ruled in, I wouldn't blame you. But even if Houston loses here, I don't think they lose by more than 4. The series is really that close at this point in time.
So Rob leaning a little bit more towards that Houston side. I get it. And there goes a Jimmy Butler participated in walkthrough. remains questionable. That's what I just got literally right now. So probably won't know until later. Um, Daniel says, I know Skee not feeling Golden State Warriors this year, but after seeing Houston self-destruct thoughts, I never said I wasn't feeling Golden State this year. I like Golden State's team this year. Um, I would want Jimmy to be healthy. Like, I do think I think Golden State has a path where they can make it out of the West. I think they're talented enough. So I don't know where this comment came from, really. But +4, desperation spot. I mean, just because you're desperation spot doesn't mean you're gonna win or cover. We saw a lot of that yesterday, but I can understand. I have a hard time thinking, what Curry did, etc., is gonna repeat this next game here. And if Jimmy's not there, might not be able to do it. I do think Warriors are the better team. I'm just not sure they cover tonight. So if you guys can't tell, I don't love these games tonight. So hopefully Rob helped you guys a little bit more than I do.
I'm just gonna add to that how bad Houston's been, Skee. The reason why they've lost these first 3 games offensively is because the backcourt has been pitiful. Jalen Green, if you count 3 games, 2 performances each game, 3 by Green, 3 by Van Vliet. 5 of those 6, let's just take Jalen Green's 38-point game out of it. Those 2 guards combined in the other 5 chances they've had are 18 of 67, 27% from the field, and 7 of 38, 18.5 from 3. Van Vliet's been a horror show. There's no question. One night, Fred Van Vliet make a couple of threes, but that's really been, to me, that's kind of a mirage that they're shooting that bad. I know Golden State's a good defense, but I don't know that they have to pick it up tremendously in order to cover 4 points.
What I worry about here is Warriors come out at halftime, make adjustments, and experience just gets them the win. Personally, I think I would prefer Rockets early, like a first half or something like that. That's kind of my thought right now. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, can we bait Draymond into an ejection?
Probably, yeah.
He's up 2-1 in the series. He might take one.
Saturated considered the over. I don't have a strong feeling the total, so I'll just leave that alone. We'll move over to best bets. And Vino, let me just pass it on over to you. If you have something you would like to promote, feel free. And if you have a best bet for the show, we'd love to hear it. If not, it is all good.
Yeah, real quick, promotion's going to be the same, Skee. Guys, if you're interested in selection packages, NBA's been really, really good to me. You heard me just say that the weekend didn't go as good as it's been. Look to get back on track, but a lot of good stuff up ahead. So you can find all that and all my work over at Wagertalk.com. Skee's got the link in the description. Best bet. I'm just going to go back to where we started. 211 seemed low to me. I think Miami will fight. I think Miami has proven they can shoot against this. Cleveland's defense hasn't been locked down in this series, but I think it's because they know they can score whenever they want. Even without Darius Garland, we can get to 124. So I think that game gets over 211. I'm going to leave that as the best bet for the show. Cleveland, Miami, full game over 211.
Good stuff from Mr. Vino. I don't really have anything to promote right now. I don't have any plays up. I'm gonna honestly very likely skip today and just work on tomorrow. So I would just say roll with Mr. Vino on his best bet. Vino, appreciate you taking time to come cap these games with us. We'll be back doing it again tomorrow. For you people in the chat, want to always let you know you're appreciated. Definitely, a big part of the show. Show is nothing without the chat. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button because it helps us out quite a bit. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.